Hey guys, today I'm going to show you the custom settings that I use to make the Jabra Elite 75Ts better. Now, most of the settings that you see here, well, with the exception of the EQ settings, can also be applied to other Jabra earbuds as well, like the Elite Active 65Ts or the Elite Active 75Ts. So if you've got friends and family who use these earbuds as well, please do not hesitate to share this video with them too. Okay, first you gotta download the Jabra Sound Plus app. Next, pair the earbuds to your phone and let's begin. So I'm just gonna call the app up over here. Now, the app's interface is very simple. On the left side of the screen, you'll see several presets. There's a main preset called My Moment, there's a preset called Commute, and there's a preset called Focus. Now, you don't have to worry about Commute and Focus yet. Let's focus on My Moment. This is the main preset, so it's gonna be the preset that you'll be using most of the time. Now, the very first thing that you see here is Hear Through. What is Hear Through? This is basically ambient sound pass-through. When you activate Hear Through, ambient sound from around you will be picked up by the earbuds microphone and relayed to you. So you don't have to take your earbuds off to hear what's happening outside. This little bar lets you control how much ambient sound you want to let through. There are 5 levels that you can set this at. You can set this to level 0 for 0 ambient sound pass-through, or you can set it to level 5, which is maximum level of ambient sound passing through to you. By default, it's set to level 3, but I prefer it to be at level 2 because I feel that level 2 preserves the right amount of transparency while remaining natural sounding. But feel free to set it to whatever level you want. It's not set in stone in any way. But I'm just gonna switch Hear Through off right now because we don't need it. Now, the music equalizer. There is no reason to be intimidated by this 5-band equalizer. It's actually very simple to create your own sound, so to speak. But if you feel like, you just need a shortcut way to do this, you can choose between 6 different equalization presets below. There's one built for speech, one that's called treble boost, energize, smooth, bass boost, and default. Now, let's assume that today you're feeling a little, I don't know, adventurous perhaps, and you want to try your hand at creating your own personal sound profile. This is how you do it, okay? So first, we start off by playing a song. Any song that you're very familiar with. And then we look at the music equalizer, okay? It's a very simple equalizer. It's only 5 bands. You've got 1 band for treble, 1 band for upper mid, 1 band for mid, and 1 band for lower mid range, and 1 band for bass frequencies. So while you're playing your song, we'll begin by playing with the treble dial, okay? Just move the treble dial up and down and pay attention to how the treble changes the sound of your song. Okay, and then stop at a point where you feel it sounds best to you. Because if you move the treble up too high, it sounds too bright. If you move it down too low, it sounds very dull, right? So find a middle spot where you feel it sounds best, and then stop right there. Next, you do the same thing for the upper mid range. Move it up and down. And then stop at a point where you feel it sounds best. Next, repeat for all the other frequencies, the mid-range, the lower mids, and the bass. There's no hard and fast rule here. Everything depends on what sounds best to you. So just feel free to adjust the frequencies any way you want. Of course, if you want to know what my personal setting is, I have saved my personal audio settings, and this is it. This is my personal music preset. Now what I've done here is I've made the earbuds sound a little more smooth and relaxing. I've also added a little more gravitas to its mid-range, but I've chosen not to adjust its bass any further. I think its bass is already pretty good. It does not need to be boosted any further in my opinion, but you know what? Just feel free to copy these settings if you feel that you don't want to go through all the trouble of finding out what sounds best to you. Otherwise, you can choose between any one of these other 6 presets. I'm just going to switch it back to my personal audio presets. Okay, now at the top right hand corner of your screen, you'll see this settings icon, right? Tap on it and enter sound modes. Let's go ahead and switch here through on for the time being, because that's the only way we can access this particular setting. In the center of the screen, you'll see this option that says when hear through is turned on, continue playing audio or mute audio. I prefer to mute audio. Mute audio, please. Yes, that's because if I ever feel the need to switch ambient sound pass-through on, it's definitely because I want to pay attention to something important, like maybe a train announcement, right? So if music is still playing in the background while I'm listening to whatever the train announcer is saying, it's going to be quite a distraction. So I'd rather have it on mute audio. But it depends on what your preference is. If you prefer to continue playing audio in the background while you've activated ambient sound pass-through, just leave it on, continue playing audio. But I prefer to be on mute audio, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Now, deactivate hear through mode, back out, music equalizer. Now this is exactly what we have done earlier, so we don't have to repeat the process again. Let's move back out, enter audio experience. It says here auto resume audio. When the left earbud is removed from your ear, audio will continue to play in the right earbud. I prefer to activate auto resume audio because this saves battery. What happens when you switch it off is when you remove your left earbud, music pauses for a split second and resumes playing on your right earbud. But I don't really see the point of having music just playing in one earbud because it feels weird. I would rather have music pause as well on the right earbud. Plus, it saves battery. So I would rather leave this on. Okay, let's quickly back out of here. Okay, call experience. Now, the first option you see here is mute reminder tone. Play a reminder tone periodically when the microphone is muted. This is basically to remind you to unmute the microphone if you've muted it for whatever reason. I don't feel the need to activate this because if I've muted the microphone when I'm talking to my friend, it's gonna be pretty obvious. I'll be saying hello, hello, and be like, wait, what? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, so not really necessary to activate this. Next, we've got side tone. Now, side tone is a type of ambient sound pass-through, but it only activates when you're having a phone call. This is so that you can hear your own voice when you're having a phone call, and you can adjust how much of your voice you want to hear during the phone call. But for me, I prefer to have side tone switched off because I just feel that hearing my own voice during a phone call through the earbuds microphones is distracting. In fact, very distracting. So I would rather have side tone switched off. Call equalizer, select how you would like to hear the other person on the call. Select default. More treble, more bass if you like it, but I've tried both combinations and default is the best in my opinion. Prioritize Bluetooth device with call. Now, assuming you have these earbuds paired to multiple devices, like 2 different devices at once, and you're taking a phone call from one device, this is to disconnect the other device while taking a phone call from your phone, for instance. Because outside or when you're on public transport, there will always be other people with wireless devices that might interfere with your own wireless connection between your earbuds and your phone, and that can have a negative impact on phone call quality and the reliability of your connection between the earbuds and the phone. So if you're outside a lot taking phone calls, prioritize Bluetooth device with call should be activated. And once you finish the phone call, multi-point pairing will be resumed. Okay, let's back out of here. headset assistance, sleep mode. To save battery, the headset can enter sleep mode when inactive or when not being worn. Adjust how long the headset should wait before entering sleep mode. 30 minutes is pretty reasonable, so just leave it there. But of course, if you want to save more battery, then 15 minutes makes more sense. Otherwise, 30 minutes is fine as well. Voice guidance, voice prompt, that kind lady that speaks in your ear whenever you put on the earbuds. Yeah, who will want to miss out on that? So I'm just going to leave it on. Back out of here, back out of here. Okay, so we're done with this specific preset under the header My Moment. Now, you can choose to have your earbuds operate under one preset forever. That's fine. But if you choose to operate your earbuds under multiple presets because you want to have the freedom to optimize your earbuds for different situations, maybe a preset for commuting on the train and a preset for when you're working, the easier way to do this would be to replicate whatever you've done for the main preset into the other presets. Like for example, for the commute preset for commuting on the train, you'll notice that right from the get-go, some widgets are missing. The graphic equalizer, for instance, is not there. So maybe you want to tap the Edit Widgets button and add in the graphic equalizer. Next, you probably want to select your favorite music preset and make some changes, like maybe on a train, due to the fact that a train can be really noisy and that can really have a nerfing impact on your bass. You want to increase the bass a little bit perhaps, and maybe for ambient sound pass-through you want to maybe increase the volume of the ambient sound pass-through you get. It's entirely up to you. So this is the easiest way to do this, and you can do this for the focus preset as well. You can add in again the different settings as well and do exactly what you've done for the other presets. It's entirely up to you. So now that you've got more than one optimized preset, maybe you can start off the day with the default one, My Moment, and then when you've boarded the train, you simply select Commute through the Jabra Sound Plus app. But like I said, I prefer mostly to have just stay on one preset rather than going through the hassle of calling up the app and going through the different presets. But tell me what you think. Do you prefer to have multiple presets at your disposal, or do you prefer to, like me, just have one preset and stay on that one preset forever? Tell me in the comment section below. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching another episode, and I hope this video was helpful. I've got other Jabra Elite 75T related videos on this channel. A lot of reviews and comparisons, so feel free to check them out. My name is Aaron, and if you like this video, please show that you like this video by punching that like button with a vengeance, Bruce Lee style, and sharing this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and please ring the bell to join my notification squad because I upload new videos every single week, and this is the only way YouTube will notify you of new content from this channel. Thank you once again, bros and sisters, and I'll see you again in the next one. If you're a humble person like me, this shirt is a great way to show your friends how humble you really are. And whenever you look in the mirror, to admire yourself of course, it will also help to remind you to always be humble. So guys, this is a pretty fun shirt to wear. You can check it out in the link below. It's available in t-shirt, tank top, and hoodie. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, and I appreciate your support, bros.